Hi guys, I'm Christy Bilbrey. I'm a business story educator and marketing strategist, and this month I'm teaching you different ways that you can find prospects and get new clients really easily. Today I'm going to show you in 5 minutes how you can find targeted leads on LinkedIn. So right now we're looking at my LinkedIn profile, and the first thing you're going to do is come up here to the search bar and type in the title or industry that you are looking for, that you typically have great success with. And then you're going to come over here to the right once it pulls up those initial search results, and you're going to click on the box that says second. Those are second level connections. Then the very next thing below that is keywords. You're going to click on that, and in title, I'm typing in coach. You're just going to type in whatever titles tend to be right for you. And then I'm going to type in locations Phoenix, since that's where I'm at. And you'll see I got about 1,200 results. And typically LinkedIn only shows you up to about 1,000. So you want to keep narrowing it down using maybe these different types of options that you can click in. These are just keywords, but you'll see there are other different options if you need to make it smaller. So this is using a free search. You don't have to have a premium account. And the next thing that you are going to want to do is find someone who you want to target. So let's go to this first person who pops up on my list, and let's go ahead and look at his profile. So I can see he has a little bit written about him. And I also noticed that on that last page, he and I have 15 mutual connections. So that is a really easy in, you could say, with him. So I'm going to go ahead and connect with him. Now, when you connect, you always want to customize it. So make sure that you click on that button so that you can customize it and not just send. So I'm going to say to him, let's see. Hi, Lauren. I see that we have a lot of we have a lot of shared connections. And let's see, our businesses seem very complementary. So I would love to connect. Thanks, Christy. Okay, so that's really, really simple. Now, what comes after that? I can't really quickly speed forward in time, but what I will say is that the chances of them accepting your request when it's personalized, especially if you have something in common, whether that's contacts or a place you live or where you went to school or somewhere you worked or something else, maybe a shared interest or a shared group, that greatly increases the chances that they are going to accept your connection request. So once you do that, if they go ahead and they accept it, the next thing that you're going to want to do is send them a message. And you're going to send them a message. You can go right to the bottom in your messaging, and you would just run a search for that person after they accept, and then you would go ahead and write in their name and type in your message here. And the message that you're going to say, again, you're going to find whatever that connection point is, likely the same one that you used in the request that you sent. And you're going to say, hey, it looks like we have a lot of people in common. I see that we have pretty similar targeted clients. And so I would love to connect with you. How did you start in this business? So whatever it is, you're going to find one way that you can connect with them so that you can start a conversation. Once you start that conversation, you just go back and forth 1 or 2 times, and then you're going to say, whatever it is, something that is specific of why you want to have a call or a video meeting, something that is going to drive the conversation forward. What you're doing seems really interesting. I'd love to learn more about that and share more about what I do, something along those lines. Then you're going to set up the call. And when you're on that call, you're going to really do a good job listening. Come prepared with some questions based on what you found on their LinkedIn page, and feel free to Google them. Do a couple minutes of homework and then come prepared. Really try to get to know them, what their needs are, so that after you get to know them, you can ask them, you can either find out if they tell you one of the pain points that your company helps solve, or you can flat out ask them, do you ever deal with this? Do you struggle with this? And then you can start to tell them exactly how you've helped companies like theirs and ask them if they're interested. It's really that simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need to have something really fancy. And then you can either drive the conversation forward and start with a new client then. Maybe they need time to think about it and you can add them to your email list, or maybe they become a great source for referrals. But those are my tips for using LinkedIn. I hope that's helpful.